Happy New Year. I hope that with a new year, people reset their optimism. Didn't really feel like a new year to me, so I'm trying to join that vibe. Anyway, I kind of just wanted to make a video about something that's sort of close to me, but I think it's also close to a lot of people that I know. The concept of self-harm. I say concept like it's abstract. People self-harm. And when I say that, I think most people watching this might think of that very stereotypical young woman in her room or in her bathroom with, the standard razor blade. Very, it's what you picture. I kind of wanted to point out to people who've never experienced this, which is amazing. I'm very glad that self-harm isn't just that. This came up because of a show that I'm watching in which one character, a very powerful, influential character, self-harms by scratching. She does this sort of thing, but very aggressively to the point of hurting herself and feeling pain. And it came up in another conversation that because I saw this motion and it hit me. Because when I stopped with some of my other forms of self-harm, okay, you know what? Actually, fuck it. Most people know this. That's a lie. Like 5 people know this. I used to cut. I used to. That's actually kind of the story behind this bad boy here. And I'm very excited that I could turn that point in my life into something gorgeous, into a work of art. And I can look at it whenever I feel like punishing myself and remember what I've overcome. But aggressive scratching is something that I do when I'm very, very anxious. Thankfully, I have people who recognize it and hold my hand and distract my hand because I don't realize I'm doing it until someone pulls my hand away. And I think it's important that people realize self-harm comes in so many different ways. There's so many flavors of it. It's nuanced. There is a lot behind it. I can't really speak to the psychiatric side of it. I can only really speak from my own experience that if someone wants to punish themselves, they will. You can't just cure that and expect that feeling in that person to be gone. You can't take away every sharp object in the room and expect that person to stop hurting themselves. People who are bulimic or anorexic, that's a form of self-harm. People who drink when they are sad and have every iota of knowledge on how much it's damaging them, and they're sad every night, so they're drinking every night. That's a form of self-harm. Not, I don't intend to shame that. I know people look down on addicts. A lot of you know I'm very much a staunch advocate for humanizing addicts. So I'm including that in this conversation. People who pick at their skin compulsively, or people who enter into relationships they know will be harmful. You know, not those slow boiling ones. It's a whole nother subject. It's a way of hurting yourself. And I think I'm so sorry, I keep rubbing my hair. It's greasy. I should not be focusing on my hair, but I am. It's pulling my hand away. I hope that people, now that mental health and mental illness are becoming a lot more mainstream, maybe can one day discuss aspects of self-harm without it being hush-hush in the corner, darkened little, oh, I heard that this person, like, that was the worst acting I've ever done in my life. Anyway, it's a very important discussion on mental health. And I know that I got a little heavy with talking about my own self-harm, but it happened. I can't change the fact that I did that. I can't change the fact that I did that. I don't want to use explicit details because it's kind of getting stressful for me. But I think I just wanted people to know, to have a lens to look at it through, to look at behaviors through. This was more of a ramble than anything else. But, you know, I'm just a person who has dealt with these things in my own way. I am not at all representative of an entire population. But I hope if any of the self-harm symptoms that I have described ring true for anyone that watches this, that they know there are resources out there. I'm not always the best at responding to messages. Sometimes I get a little overwhelmed, but if I can respond, I will. I have a couple tips and tricks that have been the reason that I have gotten over my hurdles. But obviously everyone does things differently, and please consult a medical professional if and when you feel ready. Anyway, I think that's about it. Once again, Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a safe holiday. Emphasis on safe. I heard rumors of party buses going through from Toronto to Niagara. That's a rant for another time. But I hope no one I know was on those buses. That's grammar. Anyway, love you guys. Be safe.